Get ready for SageQuest, the board game. Okay, on this homeschooling board game idea, I'm going to still draw the board because I'm actually taking influence from this one. A game called HeroQuest that I played a long time ago. What I did is I printed out some of these maps. Cool maps to work with. Also, a few ideas for the rules behind it. And I plan on this being the board for the game. Always use pencil first. Even though I use that, it's still kinda wonky. So, to work out how much gold we have, we played this game. Rum 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 rum. It's called Shaky Shark. What we had to do is it goes on a thingamajig. Nom 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 nom. And what did Daddy get? You're starting with 8 gold. Daddy's got 5. Okay, I was going to use the dice out of this Boggle board game. The idea was to throw the dice and create a word out of it. But I actually have a different idea for that. So in the alphabet, there's only 26 letters, but I only have a 20-sided dice. So the idea here is to get a hit point on a monster, you have to roll the dice, and you get to choose either one of these 2 letters to create a word with. I also considered one way of opening the doors in this board game is using maths questions. So the blue color, if you roll 1 to 10, would be a maths question. So what you could do is have 2 dice, roll them, and add both numbers together. And if you roll 11 to 20, that would be a maths question that's to do with subtraction. So addition and subtraction, those kind of maths questions. I can even add to that idea probably a bit later. Next, I realized when I printed out the quests and the board, I didn't actually print out the board, but I had a look at the board and realized the only way I can use these is just as a reference and perhaps create this board game out of the world that I created on my own, which should be a lot more entertaining. A lot more entertaining if I just tried to copy what the HeroQuest does. And here, that's the colored in version of the board game. Over here, just playing around with the different items. Now, if you're going to make a board game like this, it'd probably be easier to use a computer. This part, I've got all the little items on there. I cut some paper out that says where the door will be. And I've decided to use a part from another board game. See the little S on there? That's where the town will be. So the best thing about creating your own quests is you can set up the board, then you can take a photo of it and use that photo as a reference. So what I'll be using is a 6-sided dice for movement, and very similar to HeroQuest, where you reach the door and the character looks inside, and then that's when you place the items. I also found this timer from another board game that I'll be using. So I'll be using that timer for when she's writing down the spells. I got it from the Monster Trap board game, where I also decided I might be using some of the monsters in there. Here are the HeroQuest character sheets that I printed. I laminated these so that we could use a whiteboard marker to keep track of all the gold and the equipment, all types of things that my daughter will be picking up on the way. For each quest, we can just keep adding to it. And because I want to use miniatures, I thought of using the dice from this game, Feed the Cat. Could also be used for a familiar, maybe a pet that she has to go along with the quest. Anyhow, on to the next part, which will be trialing the game. Let's see how it goes. In the first quest, I'll call The Rescue of Leo. Alright, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.